opportunity. Perfect. For us to really just kind of like, band together or gel together, all of us, to get your questions answered, to move you from maybe here to here, or whatever you got to do to help you understand what we so excited about, why people going crazy about what we have our hands on. And I'm going to tell you, you are in for a huge surprise. If you haven't been on, this your first time, welcome. Welcome, welcome. If this your second time, your third time, your fourth time, or fifth time, or whatever time, right? You're already here. You're going to be even more excited. You're going to get a better understanding. So again, let's go ahead and dive into this. We want to make this a dialogue. So Latanya, I want you to help me, you and Kimberly, help me to, if I move too fast or I need to stop, if someone asking a question, let's stop. And then if I don't, I will stop periodically to stop to make sure that people can ask their questions so we can give them a really get their questions answered. Okay. Fair enough?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. All right, so we're gonna I'm gonna share my screen, and I just want to make sure that everybody got a better understanding of this. So y'all can see my screen, correct?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. And again, let me know how or what I need to do to stop so people get a better understanding. What we so excited about is that I love the posts or if you got the actual the link to this Zoom this afternoon, it said how outsiders earn 1%, but us, we insiders, I'm sorry, 1% a year, while we on this call, that's right, we, point to yourself, point to somebody else, we earn 4% a week, fix 4% a week. I am excited about that. And I just want to show you in just some simple things of what that look like. How does that look? Well, let's talk about these certificates. So certificates, let's think about a certificate as just like a CD, which is stands for an acronym for certificate of deposit. If you don't know what one of those are, they are the things that banks offer or institutions offer people that's inside of the traditional financial realm. They offer you some kind of way to lock away a certain period of money, lock away a certain amount of money for a certain period of time to give you or to earn you a reward on that money. Now, the great part about it, certificates of deposits are rare nowadays, yet there are some that still exist. And even more, they don't earn you what will help make you wealthy. It's just not going to happen. We're in a different world we live in today. So we need different opportunity. We need something that works with speed and implementation. We need things like these certificates that I'm going to show you tonight that will earn you rewards quick, fast, that help you get to your goal, your dream, your aspirations faster than what it normally would take, faster than any other traditional vehicle that exists, a RA, a mutual fund, an annuity, or whatever your money is sitting in. And I'll walk through some of those things. So let's just talk about this certificate. I will start with the Hermes, and I'll start that there is a bonus tonight, you guys. There's a bonus right now tonight. And some of the things you're going to see in this certificate is going to blow your mind. But I don't want you to miss out on that bonus neither. Because whenever a company is giving you something or offering a promotion, they're really giving you something. So let's take advantage of that. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm going to view details on this Hermes. A lot of you, again, if you hear and you heard this, let's just do a simple breakdown. I will stop doing points so I can make sure that you guys understand this, okay? Again, I will talk about two vehicles. I'm not talking about a physical car. We're talking about a money-moving car. A car that drives faster than a Lambo or Bugatti, something that will take your money faster at a faster rate than a traditional financial vehicle that you may know of today. And this is what I'll talk, just two vehicles, okay? So here you go. First, we will talk about this Hermes certificate. Don't worry about the name. Don't worry about some of the terminology. I want you to focus on what your money is going to do for you. Okay, here you go. So this certificate has a price amount of $1,000, a price amount of $1,000. The price is really the opportunity to earn the money that we're going to talk about, to be rewarded on the money we're going to talk about tonight for 18 months. It really gives you an 18-month period to earn the rewards that we're going to talk about tonight, okay? For anything in this vehicle, it is considered to be a contract period of 18 months. And the price is really the activation of that 18 months. There's also a max load of another $1,000 that will begin to reward you in two vehicles only. I will talk about tonight. I'm sorry, not only two vehicles, but I will only talk about two vehicles within this certificates. And how I share any of this is the same with all 8 certificates. Maybe not the first one, but it's how all of the certificates operate and how what they all consist of. The only difference will be the price and the max load. Again, don't worry. I'm here, LaTanya here, Miss Kimberly Jackson here. We're gonna make sure you guys get this. I want y'all to understand it so much. When you closing your eyes, your numbers just gonna pop all up in your eyelids. I'm sorry, I like having fun too. So just so y'all know. So here you go. The price is $1,000. The max load is $1,000. This is a $2,000 certificate. Every certificate have a price amount and a max load amount. Those are the prices of each certificate. I'll go back to the screen for the certificates so you can really kind of like look at these so you can see the price of the certificate and the max load on every certificate. The max load, the price and the max load, the price and the max load. So everybody understand that every certificate have a price and a max load. That is the total amount of money that you are going to put inside of this certificate for the next 18 months. That's going to blow your mind. Now, here you go. Once you exchange for the price, an 18-month contract period is attached to that. Now, it don't activate until you max load it. Once you max load it, here we go. Once the meta portfolio max load of $1,000 of USDT is achieved, here it go. The next functional action that will happen, the meta certificate rewards paid weekly at 4.15% on the price of the meta certificate. All right, let me back up. Once you exchange for the price and load it with $1,000, the price is $1,000, the max load is $1,000, that's $2,000. It activate a weekly reward that is a fixed rate on 4.15% on just the price of the certificate. This is vehicle one. This is vehicle one. And remember, I'm not talking about a physical vehicle. I'm talking about a vehicle that will take your money from one place, grow it as fast as it can, and bring it back with a whole bunch of friends. Okay? Vehicle one is a weekly 4.15% on the price of the certificate, and that is a fixed rate. It's a fixed interest rate, reward rate weekly, and a fixed price rate. Okay. And because it's fixed, I will have to use a regular calculator to show you how this works. So on this certificate, again, you're earning a 4.15% fixed rate that on the price that you can withdraw every single week, or you can compound it. I'll talk about compounding in a few, but it's a weekly rate. Let's look at what this looks like in numbers. So 4.15% on 1,000. I'm using a regular calculator. So 1,000 times 4.15% equals $41.50. $41.50. When will I earn $41.50? Somebody type it in the chat. You can just type just the abbreviation, or you can type whatever. Is it monthly or weekly? Monthly or weekly?
I'm excited about these numbers now. 41, come on, 41.50 every week.
Every single week.
I'm blown away.
Yes.
I am blown away.
Every week I will earn $41.50. Watch this, that I can withdraw and put back into my pocket in cash if I want. Now there's a process. Don't worry. We'll show you guys how. Don't worry about the house. The house is easy. The question is, not the question. The statement is stated that you will generate a fixed rate of 4.15% on the price, and that weekly rate is $41.50 for how many weeks? Well, it's an 18-month contract. The question is, how many weeks are in 18 months? Well, there's 12. In 12 months, there's 52. Half of that is 26. So 26 and 52 is 78 weeks that I will earn $41.50. So I times this times 78. Why am I times this times 78? Because this is a weekly reward. That's a fixed rate. Okay. Again, here it go. $3,237.
Are you all seeing those numbers? $3,237. And Steve has been talking about getting your money faster, right? Let me tell you, really quick, my mom had a CD at a traditional brick and mortar bank. And let me tell you, this was a couple of years ago now. Off of $10,000, she received less than $1,000. It was $700 and some change. That's at your traditional brick and mortar bank. But guys, look at that. Focus your eyes on those numbers right there. That is incredible.
Yes, yes. And I want to stop, LaTanya, because I want anybody to ask any question. And then I will tell you, I will show you what current currency options is. What do I mean with current currency? I'm saying what your US dollar will do right now, current currency. So right now, currency, what it will do for you sitting in one of the highest earning accounts that exists according to Forbes. But any questions first? Any questions? Anybody want to know anything about just that? Remember, what are we talking about? We only talking about the weekly vehicle. The weekly vehicle, think about it like this. Think about you put some money in a car and it go out, and every week it brings it back with friends. You put $100 bill in there and it come back with 50s. It brings the whole family back. 50s, 20s, 10s, 1s, 5s. It brings a whole bunch of friends back every single week. And they empty and they open the door and say, get out. And then your money go make you some more money. And every week, it comes back and drop that money back off to you, the friends and the family. Watch this. I don't know if anybody have any questions or can see. Let me see. Is it locked? Did we lock it? I might. Let me see. Okay. So if somebody do want to, if they want, if you guys want, we can let them unmute the answer if that's the case. Yeah, you just let me know, Latonya.
All right.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So right now, current currency options. I love what you said, Latonya, because it's crazy. Let me tell you a quick story. I had, not to impress nobody. I'm not telling you this to impress you. I'm telling you how I felt when they took my money and they gave me pennies for it. About a little over 6 figures in a bank. And at the end, and I realized, me and my partner realized that this money was sitting in a savings account, and we looked up and they was talking about $700 and some dollars. And I told them people, y'all must be crazy. Give me my money. But watch this. I'm not just telling you that's what happened to me. That's what's happening to the whole world right now. Look at this. So according to Forbes, high earning savings account as of today, November the 14th, 2022, MMA is money marketing accounts or savings, same thing. The most that you can earn is about 3.75%. Guess when? APY. What is APY? Annual percentage yields. That means after sitting in the hands of this bank for one entire year, over a year, after it's in their hands, that $25,000 will give you $938. Watch this, because I like to show minimums. Let's just talk about the 2,000, because we're talking about a $2,000 certificate. Yeah. Let's compare apples to apples. We don't want to go out the range. We want to stay right there, and we want to compare the same thing.
Break it down, Steve.
Huh?
Break it down, Steve.
Yeah. So here you go. $2,000 in the hands of this bank, because this is the highest. They're going to give you 3.75% every single year, and over a year, I'm sorry, you will have gained $75. Can I please help y'all? Let me just say it. Let me back up. Let me back up, because I really want to. This is considered to be the current currency option that we all have in a traditional world we live in today. Are y'all hearing me? In the traditional world we live in today, this is the only option that we have, that banks will generate us on our money. They will reward us in a year at 3.75%. And over a year. So in $2,000, you're going to give me $75 and over a year. And in this one vehicle, on half of my money in this certificate, you're going to give me $4,150. Let me back that up. $4,150. How did I get $4,150? Let's do it again. 1,000 times. What's the rate for the weekly vehicle? 4.15%.
Yes.
$41. When am I going to gain this, Latonya?
Every week.
Every week. Watch this. This is crazy. My money's sitting in the hands of this bank at 3-point financial institution. Watch this. Here you go.
Oh my God.
Backed by the FDIC, if that's what you want. $75 in a year. My money's sitting in a certificate in GS Partners, controlled by a huge brokerage firm that trade trillions of dollars a year, going to say, I'm going to give you $41.50 a week.
My goodness.
In 2 weeks, on half of my money, because this is only on the price,
yes,
it would have paid me more than my money sitting in the hands of this member of the FDIC bank, more than in a year. In 2 weeks. Y'all follow me? In 2 weeks, my money sitting here, half of my money will have generate me more than what they will give me in 1 year on my money.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope everybody understand that if your money is not outpacing inflation, your money is dying.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody got that? Any questions? Any
Any
comments?
questions? And guys, this is a open forum. It is a conversation. So feel free to unmute yourself if you have any questions. If you're like me, I'm looking at these numbers and my goodness, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But this,
I'm going to JG Wentworth right now.
I'm sorry, what was that, Raimi?
JG Wentworth.
JG Whitworth. So yeah, I mean, these numbers are incredible for what you get with GS Partners and being in a decentralized space. But let those numbers replay in your mind. You can't beat it.
That's right. That's right. So Francis, I see you and you have a question. Any questions? Listen, and I'm just asking. I want to make sure that we helping you guys. Mike,
Yeah.
Mike, that's 21. You guys, you got a question?
No.
You good, Mike?
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So listen, y'all. Again, this is an open dialogue. We really want to make this about us understanding and knowing what's happening in our world today, knowing what's happening with our current currency, knowing what we can take our current currency and put it in vehicles that'll grow your money faster, or in a traditional vehicle where your money will slowly die. I hate to say it, but I was in the same position. One thing I learned, that exposure creates expansion. Once my mind got expanded, it was hard for me to leave that money in a traditional bank.
Yes.
Because I knew that they was not giving me what they're making. And I'll prove that too in a few. And I'll prove also why these numbers that may seem outrageous to you happens all the time. I'll walk through it. I'll show you guys if you guys don't mind. Okay. Is that fair enough? Raimi, is that good? Okay.
Yeah, I'm all ears, man. I'm here.
I
Yes,
got you, bro.
I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. All right. So remember, how many vehicles we talk about in the certificate so far? Somebody typing in the chat, say it one time. How many
vehicles?
we're talking about? Two. Which one did we talk about first? Just the weekly 4.15 on the price that you can withdraw or compound. Let me go back here because this is 78 weeks that you will earn that times 78 weeks. And I really want to make sure that everybody understand this. This is not $3,237 that you will earn at the end of the 18 months. No. This is $3,237 that you would have earned at all during that 18 months. So remember, you can withdraw $41.50 every single week. So at the end of that 78 weeks, that's how much money that you'd already withdrawn or compound.
Hey, Steve, can I add a little something? And that's a very important point you made. If you guys heard what Steve just said, you're getting that amount during the duration of that 18 months. You're getting that every single week. Guess what? Let me tell you something. If you had a CD at a traditional bank, and you get to, upon signing that contract for that CD, you get to choose the time frame, if you will, that you would like that CD to mature. So whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, okay? So like the example that I gave you, my mom had her CD for 5 years at her traditional brick and mortar bank. And guess what? Do you think that she was able to get a piece of that every week? Absolutely not. They said, okay, when the maturity date hit, which is in 5 years, then you will be able to get your funds. Did you catch that? Did you guys catch that? You have to wait until that full maturity date hit to see any of those funds. So yeah, this is another incredible thing that you get a piece of that pie every single week.
Yes.
Like clockwork.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I love. I love that opportunity. I believe that's one of the most best opportunities in the world. Let me share also why. How much is this whole certificate? Open book question. The price is
1,000.
and tax load is
1,000.
that's $2,000 in total. Not at the end of the 18 months, during the duration, I would have withdrawn $3,237. Now, on half of my money, on just the price, but I'm looking at it and I'm saying I only spent $2,000. So you're telling me if I subtract my initial of what I put in, I'm still gaining 1,200 plus dollars at the end of, I mean, I didn't withdraw during the duration. So here we go. On half of my money, I didn't gain my initial back with another $1,200.
Yeah.
Now, let me just make sure I'm helping people understand that. So if they would have kept that $2,000 and at the end of that year they gave me $3,237, I still will be up $1,237. Watch this. In a traditional bank, with my $2,000 being in their hands, I'm only gonna get $75 at the end of the year. Here, I'm gaining my $2,000 back during the duration, an additional $1,237. And I don't know no place that exists legally right now in this world that you can take $2,000 and in 18 months, your $2,000 would have been given back during the duration of the 18 months, plus additional $1,200. Now, if you got a place that you know something like that is happening, then that's great. But I don't know if it's going to be this, because we got to compare apples to apples. Matter of fact, I probably will open dialogue with that. So anyway, let's talk about that. So one vehicle, we only talked about the first weekly 4.15% on the price fixed rate vehicle. That's it. All right. So let's talk about the second vehicle that exists. The second one is the meta portfolio load managed over the contract period, 18 months, that's giving me an average reward of 6% monthly. On what? On the max load amount. Let me share that again. This vehicle is a monthly variable of an average reward of 6%. That's the vehicle 2. Vehicle 1 is a fixed 4.15 weekly vehicle on the price. Let's talk about this again. We're talking about vehicle 2. That's a 6% monthly average reward on the max load. So, and it's withdrawn quarterly, and it can be compounded monthly. So therefore, I cannot use the same calculator. This is fixed. This won't change. I will always gain 4.15% on $1,000 according to this certificate on the price for the next 78 weeks that I can withdraw every single week. That won't change. And I can withdraw it or compound it. Now, if I compound it, it goes in the second vehicle, and I have to use a compounding vehicle because I can't withdraw it monthly, so I only can withdraw it quarterly. So now let's look at the second vehicle. I told you I was 2 vehicles that make your money go fast and faster. You think for what's that movie, First Five? Oh, Fast and Furious. You think that was fast? This even fast.
Come on now. Yeah.
So the second vehicle is a monthly variable of 6% on the price. I mean, on the max load. And because you're doing it today before tomorrow at 5:59 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, 5:59 Eastern Standard Time. You have this that's attached. You have a bonus, and the bonus is helping your money grow even faster. So here you go. This bonus is a $4,500 bonus. Again, this certificate will pay you multiple ways, but I'm only talking about 2 vehicles. So therefore, I won't talk about this amount or this amount. I only will talk about the Meta Portfolio bonus because this is a Meta Portfolio vehicle. And this Meta Portfolio bonus is attached or added to the max load. So as of today, right now, if I get this certificate, I lock in the bonus that's here, and that bonus will be added. Again, I'm only going to talk about the Meta Portfolio bonus amount, and that amount will be added to the 1,000. So my 6% monthly variable vehicle have to go in a compounding vehicle because my money is staying in their hands for a quarter. And because it's in their hands for a whole quarter, that means why it's sitting in their hands. They ain't going to say, nah, we only going to give you 6% on initial investment. Nah, they saying every time you earn, we're going to add more to it so you can compound it. It is the 8th wonder of the world. It's the thing that grows your money faster than anything. Actually, the compound effect is the rule of 72. It's the rate of return divided by 72. And the answer is how quick your money can do this, double or flip. It's how fast your money can double. And this is a compounding vehicle. So therefore, the second vehicle is what we're talking about. Again, only on the max load of the 6% variable monthly. So at the max load of 1,000 plus this bonus of 1,125, what would my starting balance be? Somebody help me. Anybody? Okay. Since nobody want to do it, I'll type it in. 2,125. Where did I get that number from again? The max load amount of 1,000 plus this Meta Portfolio bonus of 1,125. Total at $2,125. What's the percentage rate of this second vehicle? Please, somebody, anybody? 6%. Compounded when? When will I gain 6% on this amount of money? Every single month. How many months will it be?
That would be 78. No, 18 months.
18 months, because it's a monthly vehicle.
Yep.
It's a weekly vehicle. It's a monthly vehicle. The contract period is 18 months. So it is 18 months. And because I can withdraw quarterly, they're not just saying we're not going to let you add the additional money to it. We're going to let you compound it every month. So when the 6% on the 2,125 give you that 6%, you can add it to your starting balance and we'll compound that and give you 6% on that amount. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about extra contributions right now. That's when you instead of withdrawing, you compound here. But we ain't going to talk about this right now. Let me add this amount back to it real quick so we can have that 32. Oh, man. All right. So again, we're not talking about that. Let's hit calculate. What does that look like? There you go. Additional $66,065.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
I tell you, that's like having 2 CDs, but you only paid for one. Oh my goodness. Like that is crazy.
Hey, and I love it because LaTanya, the fact is my money is just not sitting in one vehicle and I'm waiting to earn. I'm in 2 different vehicles. One is a weekly fixed rate and one is a compounded rate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get any better.
Right.
Because the weekly vehicle will outpay any traditional thing that happens right now that's holding my money
Yeah.
in a whole year. 2 weeks of the weekly vehicle will out reward any vehicle that exists for the whole year of them holding my 2,000. And then when you talk about that second vehicle with that compounded rate, look at this. So you start out with 2,125 and you get 6% on that. That's $127.50. Your next balance that you're going to gain 6% on for the next month will add that interest. And at the end of that 18 month, well, every quarter, now if you withdraw this quarterly, you won't get this same amount. Now, this is the end of the 18-month value. This is at your money sit in the hands and keep doing flips and double. Okay, watch this. Let's look at this again. We got 2 vehicles. One give me 4.15% fixed rate on a weekly basis. The other one give me an average reward of 6% variable on the max load amount plus the bonus that exists now. And when I look at when I combine the two, I got 3,200 here and I have 6,065 here. That's a $9,000 return on how much money did I start with? $2,000. So
Where else they doing that at?
where they do that at?
Right.
Where do they do that? Well,
phenomenal, Steve.
Yes.
Must say.
Absolutely.
No, it is. Wow.
So, Steve, we have a couple of questions here in the chat because we want to make sure, again, that we get all questions answered. So let's see here. Okay, we have a question. Are our returns guaranteed?
Say it again.
So it was a question in the chat and it asks, are our returns guaranteed?
Nothing in no financial market guarantee.
Yeah.
Nowhere in the world. Mutual fund, an annuity, RA. If you think I'm lying, just throw it back to 2008. And you look at, and if you had an RA, a mutual fund, an annuity, any money in any financial realm, that thing started disappearing as fast as you can blink your eyes. I looked up, blinked my eye 2 times. I had half the money that I had in an annuity. I blinked them again. It was a third of it. I told them people, oh yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it. Everything you gave me, you took back. Plus what I gave you, you took back some of that too. Give me the rest. And I'm saying that because nothing in no financial market is guaranteed. You guys, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Ain't none of us guaranteed to be here tomorrow. You do know the earth can just blow up, combust. A hurricane could come out and wipe us out. I mean, nothing in the world is guaranteed. There's one thing guaranteed. There's one thing guaranteed, that we're going to live and we're going to die. Absolutely. When is all, I don't know when. I don't know when some people going to be born. I don't know when some people going to die. I just know that that's inevitable.
Yes.
It's going to happen. So, but yeah, anything in the financial arena they can't guarantee you that, because that is always dictated upon financial markets. What I could say is this, because I can't use the word guarantee, but let me just tell you this. So if you have ever had a loan or own a house or own a house, you have so some people got fixed rates every single year on the money that you borrowed. Now, granted, I will tell you this, to get a house in the last couple of years, you got a house, some people at 2.7, them are phenomenal interest rates to get a house. What am I mean? What am I saying? I'm saying this, to borrow money at 2.75 for 30 years is phenomenal. So I'm not telling you that's something wrong. I'm just telling you it's fixed, right? Or they got adjustables. They got arm rates. Arm rates will change over time. Adjustable rates changes all the time. But a fixed rate, you can go back 20 years and look at the fixed rate that you got that money for. That's called a fixed rate. That's what that first weekly vehicle is, a fixed rate. If you bought a loan, they gave you most likely a fixed rate. It's the only thing I can tell you. Can't guarantee you nothing. I can only tell you that is what we have. That's why that first vehicle gives you that 4.15% a week.
Yes,
Fix.
absolutely. And that fix does not change, ladies and gentlemen. So, Steve, we have another question in the chat, and it says, so would you recommend this over the CDs at other financial institutions or arenas?
Well, that's a great question. I can just tell you this. I'm not a financial advisor, nor can I advise you on your finances. I don't have a Series 6. I don't have a financial advisor's license. I'm not certified or vetted by any government agency to handle anybody's funds, to tell anybody anything about their funds. Only thing I can do is show you some information. And I think the information that you see, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can actually you can go Google high earning savings accounts, and you can put your zip code in here. Now, New York is here, and I can put my zip code here and see what they got going on for high interest rates, and we can probably see what they're giving up. And it's the same. So I can only show you what a traditional bank is doing as of now with yours and my money, if I keep it and leave it in their hands. This it. 3.75 on, and I'm gonna keep it 2,000. They will give me $75 on my $2,000 in over a year. And this, whatever this is, that's it.
Look at these numbers, guys. And Steve just broke down with a certificate. It's like having two certificates. It's like you're getting two certificates, two separate entities, two savings vehicles, if you will. And look at, as Steve broke those numbers down, how much you would be getting over 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only talking about one certificate, and that was the Hermes. But guess what? Think about where you could be financially over a period of time. Now, after that 18 months, and we know GS Partners is always and forever coming out with something new, and it just gets better and better, gooder and gooder. So we know there's going to be something else, right? But they have even more certificates where you could potentially, after the 18 months, collect your money from that certificate and get right into another savings vehicle. And guess what? Maybe with that one, you may consider it being an upgrade because you would get even more. So it's just amazing.
It is. So somebody help me, because I just really want to know, do you think this is a great idea to have $2,000 in the control and the hands of this place, this financial institution, whoever it is, whatever it is, I don't care who they are, to give me this little bit back on my money, and after an entire year of holding my money, to give me this much in the annual, I keep that messing up, in the annual percentage yields? You mean in 1 year, you're going to give me $75?
$75.
After you hold my money for over a year? It say over a year, by the way. Over. They need a little bit extra more time. Watch this. This is what I want to share with you. So this is what they've been doing, and this is what they're doing with yours and my money when I give it to them. They're doing this.
Absolutely.
High frequency trading.
Absolutely.
What are you talking about, Crypto Steve? It's algorithms, it's codes, it's systematic programming that reads the charts at a faster rate than you and I could ever read them. By the time we say one, they in and out of 10 trades with a profit. That's why when you go to the bank and you want to withdraw large sums, they say, wait a minute, hold up.
Yes.
Or if you do it online, it's got this little word. Everybody know this word, pending.
Yes.
Pending means, let me get a little bit more money off that money before I give it to you.
Absolutely.
And the reality is, look, I want to show y'all this. High frequency trading is also known as HFT. It's a method of trading that uses powerful computer programming and transactions of large orders in fractions of time. Remember, I told you the way to become a millionaire is not how much you make in a year, it's how fast you get. And not if you made $1 million in a year, it's how fast can you make the million? Because if I can make the million in a month versus somebody making $1 million in a year, I just out earned you because I got 11 more months to make more money.
Absolutely.
It's speed and implementation is the key. It's the mother of all skills. It's the thing that the wealthy been living about. Why you think Warren Buffett and all the rest of them say that if they had $2 million on the side of a road and they drive past it, they won't stop the car to get it because they'll lose more money in stopping because they understand the speed of implementation. So watch this. This is what banks been doing the whole time with our money. Here you go. Look, systematic trading is an automatic trading platform used by who?
Large investment banks and hedge funds.
What's this? Do any of y'all own a hedge fund? It's a large investment bank? Do any of us own that? No. Watch this. But you can put your money there and they'll go in and they'll do this with your money and give you back this.
Yes, pennies.
Now, I'm going to show y'all why we're able to do it. Because some of y'all saying to yourself right now, okay, but you telling us you giving us 4.15% fixed rate every week, and then you're going to give us an average percentage of variable of 6% compound monthly. How is that possible? Well, I'm just giving you a little heads up. What the banks and the institutions and the brokers firms and the high earning capitalists, all of the ones that control a lot of money, this is what they use. And because the internet is 5G, and because we're using Web 3.0, the internet is a faster, smarter, and a sophisticated internet that we used to than we ever been used to. It's crazy because about 2.5 years ago, I started writing this paper. I started doing a lot of research on Web 3.0 because I understood Web 1.0, I understood Web 2.0, but Web 3.0 came out. And when it came out, it made the internet a different animal. Watch this, something that we wasn't used to, something that we never been exposed to. And I did a whole intense study on it. And when I did the study, it led me back to the one thing that cryptocurrency have as its infrastructure. And that's the blockchain technology. Now, I wrote this whole article up, and then I had a video done on it, and the video went viral. It's on my YouTube page right now. You'll see it I think it was in sometime in 2020. I want to say November, October, maybe around this time, or a little early, maybe August in 2020. The video, it went viral. It's the evolution of Web 3.0. And it talks about how they're using faster animal. Watch this. If you think I'm lying, think about some of the things you used to do. Y'all remember when you used to use the passwords? You didn't have to have a symbol, a number, a letter, and a capital with 8 characters. Right. But now you do?
Yes.
Because the internet has gotten smarter. And so high frequency trading has been around for years, but it has gotten faster. So now it's so fast that companies that's like BD Swiss, this is what I love. This is who holds our money. This is who trading our money. And again, I want y'all to hear and understand what I know. I want y'all to see and know exactly who have your money in their hand. BD Swift been around for about 12 years, or 10 or 12 years, and they have now been featured on Bloomberg, NASDAQ, CNBC, Reuters, MarketWatch, Yahoo Finance, some of the best market financial analysis companies and radio stations and TV programs in the entire world. Why? Because they bad. They real bad. I'm gonna show y'all why they bad. Watch this. They have also trade about $1 billion a year. This is 220 billion in a quarter. That's about 74 billion in a month. About 2+ billion a day.
My goodness.
Now, I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying. We ain't taking our little pennies and giving it to somebody that got 2 pennies. Nah, we taking our little pennies and giving it to somebody that's already controlling trillions of dollars.
Yes.
In the space that they already trade in, that they already have a niche, a name, been featured all over the world, been known with awards, having best market strategies and spreads and trading. That's right. That's right. Who haven't lost their customer sales and profits in the last 5 years.
Wow.
Watch this. Watch this, because I'm not finished. How are they able to do it is the question. You know, they trade in more than 5 different asset classes, but they trade in the top 5 asset classes like Forex, commodity, shares, indice, cryptocurrency. They all trade in all the marketplaces. This is crazy. They trade stock markets against stock markets. I wouldn't begin to tell you. I had an opportunity in May to actually meet one of the guys that who is the CEO of the whole company. And I was sitting down talking to him. He said, man, we'll trade anything you want. Any bet you want to put in, we'll put it in and we will bet you most definitely. We can show you how we can do everything. Watch this. So I just want to talk about, because I talked about speed and implementation. This is the stuff that blew my mind. And this is what I do know right here. Here you go. Superior execution speed. That is key in financial markets. Let me give you a reason why. So when a crypto, a stock, a Forex, whatever, foreign exchange, foreign money, whatever you trading in the market, when it begin to go up and you can buy it in the blink of an eye, and then it go up 2 or 3 points or 1%, and then it start to drop and you can sell it before it drop, you just gain 1%. Yeah. Not on 1,000, not on 2,000, on $1 billion. Watch this. Here you go. I'm going to give y'all some little numbers and we're going to work these numbers out and then I stop. I promise you, this stuff excites me because I'm a numbers guy and I'm a guy that believes that if my money can move faster than what I can move, if it can do more than I can do, when I'm asleep, it's still working. It don't get sick. It don't call out slick. It don't have a flat tire. It don't say, I can't come in today. Some reason my dog left me. My wife bit me. My toes don't feel right. I got a headache. I'm tingling all inside. I can't do it. I've been up all night. It don't say none of that. No. Money works 25/8. It actually works faster than you and I without getting tired. And so if I'll be a fool not to put the thing that's called currency, that's purpose and design to circulate, I'll be a fool not to put it in the position and the purpose and the design that it is created to do. Yeah. It's created to move. Why would I take it and hold it? You take you and hold it and stay in one place long enough and see what happens. You take some water and put it somewhere in the bottle and leave it there. You see what happens. Right. Anything that starts moving will eventually become stale and die. Money is called currency. The root word of currency means circulating. And I'll never forget this. I can probably grow old, I won't get amnesia, nor will I get dementia or any other stuff. But watch this. Here you go. The late great Dr. Miles Monroe said this: when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. When the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. That means when you don't know the purpose of something, you will abuse it. Money is a currency. It's designed to circulate. And when you put it in its rightful position and it moves faster than anything else, it will always pick up friends, family members, and bring you back more. Here you go. Out of 100% of trades, 97.20% of the trades are executed Watch this. In less than 0.2 seconds. 0.2 seconds.
Wow.
0.2 of a second. Here you go. Watch this. If they trade $1 billion, $2 billion a day, if they just take, watch this. I like to do the minimums because I like to underpromise and overdeliver. Let's just say they had $100,000 that they trade at 0.2 of a second. And on that 0.2 of a second, they make 10 cents. That's it, just 10 cents. And 10 cents and 0.2, you got to times that times 5 because that's a whole second. So that's 50 cents in 1 second. How many seconds in a minute? Please, I'll wait.
60.
60 seconds 60 seconds in 1 minute. So each second is 50 cents. 60 times 50 cents is $30. $30 in 1 minute. How many minutes is it in an hour?
Oh my
How many?
goodness.
Anybody know how
60
many?
minutes.
60 times 30, because it's in 1 minute, it's $30 that's been made off of just 100,000 at 10 cents a trade. $30 in 1 minute, and there's 60 minutes in an hour. What's 60 times $30? $1,800 in 1 hour. And that's just off of $100,000. They trade $2 billion a day. We're just talking about off $100,000 in 1 day. Watch this, because I ain't even finished. That's one bot. That's one code, one algorithm.
Wow.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? They trade in milliseconds. Milliseconds is 1,000 seconds. 1,000 times faster than a second. By the time you say 1 day, in and out of 5 trades.
Yes.
Now you see, but watch this. This ain't nothing new, y'all. The only reason we are privy to it now, because this company had been already doing it for the last 10, 12 years. They just said, you know what? We can help way more people. If it wasn't limitations on some countries letting us help people make more money. And so what they did, they linked up with us because we got a metaverse. In the metaverse, there's no rules or regulations, just like in the open sea.
Absolutely.
Up in the sky, there's no rules. So watch this. They link with us, and now they're going to even more. So the amount of people they have, the amount of money they have, they're going to even do it even more because we have a rewarding metaverse. It's the perfect marriage. I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. I'm just telling you, This is what's going on with our money. These are the people that's handling our money. These people trade in these 5 different asset classes. And I'm going to tell you, LaTanya looked at the trading. So we have our own trading platform where you can trade. We won't even talk about that. But watch this. She looked at it and said, OMG, Steve, did you see this? I said, yeah, I know.
It will blow your mind.
You won't even talk about it for the traders. Oh, man, you're going to be blown away.
It's going to blow you away, guys.
I'm just saying, this is what the certificate value that's packed inside of the certificate and why it's possible. You would not be able to go to BD Swift without being an accredited investor or having a certain amount of assets. Oh, you can have the money, but if you don't have the assets, because what they're looking at this. They're looking at you with the amount of money you have, and they say, man, you get wealthy real quick. We don't know what you might do. You might go out and get crazy.
Right.
You got to be an accredited investor to even put your money in their hands. And so the reality is, We have now had the opportunity. This is why what makes BD Swift, GS Partners right now, man, we got the juice.
Yes,
We got the
absolutely.
juice.
Absolutely. Hey,
We got-
Steve, we have 2 additional questions in the chat.
yes.
And let's see, one of the questions is, does it compound automatically, or is it something that is manual that has to be done every month in GS Partners? Great question.
Great question. So yes, you have to either withdraw or compound the first vehicle. The second vehicle will automatically compound your money. But if you want to add additions, I didn't even show that, did I? I'm sorry. I left out one of the most important parts. So this is your weekly money that you withdraw every week within the next 18 months or 78 weeks, you would have this much. Now you can compound this too. So if you compound it, it goes right here where it say additional contributions every single month. Now let's look at what that look like. So this is the total amount of money I withdraw it or compound it every week. I have to get a monthly amount because this is a monthly vehicle, a monthly compounding vehicle. So I have to divide this by 18 months. Within a month, that 4150 would have given me, if I compound or withdraw, $179.83. And I will have to put that here, 179.8333, right? And then when I hit calculate, here we go. Now my $2,000 with $1,000 on the price and $1,000 on the max load have now turned into about $11,000, a little over $11,000 in the next 18 months. If I don't want to touch it, I just wanted to grow. There you go, $11,000. Watch this. Remember that 3,237? There you go. You deposit it into this vehicle every month. Oh, by the way, here you go too. See? 179.83 right there every single month for the next 18 months. This is phenomenal. You got the opportunity to take 2,000 and turn it into over $10,000.
My goodness.
$11,000.
Are you all seeing this? Oh my goodness.
Now I don't know if it make any sense to y'all, but $2,000 sitting in the hands of a traditional bank at $75. Now, some of you say, yeah, but I want to play it safe. You can. This ain't safe, though.
No.
This is not being safe because 3.5% APY is not safe because there's something that's called this. And this is what your money got to continuously do on a regular basis. It have to outpace inflation. So watch this, and then I'll stop. If you had $10,000, no, I'm sorry, $2,000 sitting at home under your mattress, in your pocket, stuck away somewhere outside of traditional bank, even if you had it in the bank, from 21 to 2022, your $2,000 will have lost 10%.
Absolutely.
Because inflation. That means what you could have bought with that $10,000, I mean that $2,000 last year, is now $2,199.59. You guys, this is not changing or going down. This is going up.
Yeah.
I could probably show you a video at the beginning of this year when it was 6 something. It's at 10% now. It's continued to go up. The feds had just released another latest interest rate that's about to happen. And as you can see, look, it's going to probably be another one in December. It just continuously go up. If your money is not more than this in a year, then you are actually losing money. I know you think because the numbers don't change on that face money, Nope, they're not going to change. But you do know when you go to buy gas, it's more. When you go buy eggs, it's more. Milk is more. Watch this. Spinach is more. You know the crazy part about it? Are they making new gas? It's the new ingredients they putting in there that cost more. Is the cow producing different milk than what it used to? Is they eating the same grass they've been eating, or it's expensive grass now? What's going on? Different cow they being made. What's happening? What's happening is called the silent killer, inflation.
Absolutely.
So you're not safe here.
No.
You're not safe at all.
And Steve, we have another question, and it is, after purchasing a certificate, is there a time limit on when it needs to be loaded? Great question.
That's a great question. Whoever asked it, phenomenal. Guess what? No, it's not. We have no time limit and when you can load it right now. Actually, I tell you what, I'll show you. I'll show you guys mine. So watch this. So I'm going to my meta portfolio. Oh my goodness. It locked me out. Let me see if I can go to my other one. So here go one. So here you go. So I have a Athena, I have a Hermes, I got a Hermes. This Hermes is not filled. This Poseidon is not filled. This $150,000 certificate, that's not filled. All the rest of these are filled. But this one is not, this one's not. These two just got filled. I'm working on filling this one. And it's going to take me a little bit of time. It's $100,000 I got to fill this one with. So I'm just saying, no, there's no time limit. What you do if you buy it today, and we got that promotion going on, you guys listen, if you don't do nothing else, one of the reasons why, and I don't know if y'all remember, but last year, Kimberly Jackson won. She won, watch this. She was one of the top 25 participants in the Dream Incentive.
Yes. She
could either took the $25,000 or the Rolex watch. Y'all hear what I'm saying? She was in the top 25 of winning $25,000. Why? Because when promotions popped up, she took advantage of it.
Absolutely.
I took advantage of it.
Yes.
And a whole bunch of our partners and friends took advantage of it. I'm just saying the promotions that's given are not there to take. I'm a business owner, so I always look for ways to get promotions. And people think, man, yeah, what you trying to get me? How am I trying to get you? My coats is cheaper than anybody you'll ever find, and I'm giving you an extra discount on the coats. And I'm the only listed official store on the company's website that sell that. I get a lot of flack because I go under their prices on the website, the company's website. They can't say nothing to me because I had to count more than half the people that's there because they come and go like 90. I'm just saying. So I'm telling you, so I offer promotions in my store because I'm trying to give something. Two of the things are why, one of the reasons why I'm trying to give away is really giving you a discount on something so I can gain your customer, so I can gain you as a customer. I like building relationships. I don't need the transaction. Some people want transactions. I like relationships. And the company is really saying we'll give you a promotion because we want the relationship. We want you to feel safe and know that when you bring your money here, you're going to leave with a profit.
Absolutely.
So we're going to give you all this up front. Now, this ain't going to last forever, and we can't do this forever. We can only do it now for the people that's here that's willing to promote and share it, and they can take advantage of it. But it will be cut off. There will be a time that you'll look back and say, man, I wish I would have got more. I promise you. You know why? Because the Lydia world, last year, they was giving away Lydia lines 90 going off to become a citizen in the metaverse. And I look at it and I say, dang, I wish I would have did more.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is a promotional You can lock those certificates. Now, if you buy 3 certificates, you guys, you buy 3 of them, you'll get a 4th one for free.
Yes.
Of the highest value. So watch this. I had a guy today, a couple of people today, right? There are a lot of people today. I had someone today, he bought the Apollo and then he bought 2 Hermes and he didn't fill them. He said, I just want to buy them to have them in the back of my office. So when I want to take time to fill them, I can. And when he bought them, they gave him another Apollo. So watch this. He got a $5,000 certificate, a $10,000 certificate for $5,000. Now, all he got to do is fill it with $5,000, but he really, I'm sorry, he got it for free. He don't have to pay the price. He's just paying to fill it.
Incredible.
And maybe they need to understand. I don't know if we need to show that a little more.
So, Steve, we have 2 more questions as well. The next question is, what is the difference between loading a certificate and purchasing it?
Awesome. Great question.
Good question.
So purchasing it is attached to the 18-month contract. Loading it is attached to the beginning of the rewarding system. The weekly it activate the weekly and the monthly for that in the 18 months. It activate the 18 months to start paying you that weekly and that monthly. Let me go and see if I can log in real quick. Was that clear? You want me to say it again? Okay, I want to show you too. So the price is attached to the 18 months. The load activate the 18 months and the rewarding system, the 2 vehicles that reward you. And I'm going to show you what that look like. I want everybody to take a mental picture of this, because this is when you log into your back office, this come up. Just don't X out of this, because this is an event that will take place at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. This Wednesday, okay? But also, no, I won't be able to show that right now. Let me see. This is the promotional deal. I'll come back to that for y'all. So let's look at the certificate again. Let's talk about that. That's a great question. So here we go. The price gives you the 18 months that you can start earning money. It only starts when you max load. And as you can see here, once the meta portfolio max load of $1,000 US is achieved, you will then start to earn a weekly reward of 4.15% on the price. So the max load activate the 18 months and also activate the weekly reward of 4.15, and then also the average reward of 6% monthly on the max load amount in the bonus. Follow me? I want y'all to think about it like this. Don't right now, don't even try to figure it out what all this is. Just think about it like this. I need $2,000, and on $2,000, I'm gonna gain 4.15% every week that I can withdraw.
Yes.
$41.50. I'm also gonna gain on another portion of my money 6% average every month, compounded, and I can withdraw that quarterly. That's all you need to know. If you need to know anything else, I promise you. Though I had a young lady to tell me that she need to know more about, where money at and what she doing. I said, okay, cool. I said, you ever work? She said, yeah. I said, okay, what did you have an RA, a mutual fund analyst? She said, yeah, I had one of those things. I said, okay, let me ask you something. You know what they was taking your money and putting it in? And that's what she told me. Y'all wouldn't believe what she told me. That's what she told me.
What?
No. I said, hold up. I'm just want to make sure I'm hearing this. You didn't ask them where they was putting your money, and you didn't care because they told you they was giving you a percentage.
Mm.
And even though you see now that what they was giving you wasn't worth it,
Mm-hmm.
but here we're telling you everything your money doing.
Yes.
Showing you what the traditional banks and traditional institutions, RAs, mutual funds, and annuities that are doing and earning and what they're giving you. And you say you got to know. I say, that's great. I'm not trying to rain on nobody parade or make nobody look bad or feel bad. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, if I'm giving my money every week out of my paycheck that I work hard for to somebody for 30 years, and I don't know nothing about what they're doing, I just trust them because that's my job. And the reality is they took and did whatever our money, just like these banks.
Absolutely.
You know what that's called? This is what they doing to us. Y'all see this? Anybody see this right here? Anybody know what this is? I walked into the Wells Fargo. They had a bowl of these suckers sitting in the front of there. I got a picture of it. And I had a nerve to go, and I told the teller, I said, y'all really got to be nervous. Why would y'all go and get lollipops that say suckers? Guess what else it say on it? Look real clear. I want y'all to see real quick what it say on it. Can y'all see it? Dumb. I said, that's real bold. Right. And guess what? They said, well, we don't do it. The banks tell us that we need to get it. So you're literally in our face calling us suckers and dum-dums.
Right.
Look at them just bringing their money in, some suckers and dum-dums. Now, granted, I know you can't totally abandon the banks as of now because your mortgage company, your light bill, your whatever it is, got to be paid some way, shape, or form. And sometimes you got to use these institutions right now. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But I ain't going to let you keep calling me a sucker or dum-dum. Exactly. And I'm bringing my money to you. And I know what you're doing with my money. Now, I'm just saying me, y'all. I'm not talking about nobody else. I don't want to make nobody feel bad. I'm just telling you me. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, there is two, and this is what I would say too. Some of y'all might say, yeah, but I don't have money like that. I agree. I don't either. I mean, the way that you may say you don't have money compared to what I say I don't have money, you might look at it that I got a lot or I got a little and you got a lot. Or however you look at it, I can promise you, I can find you somebody that look at what you got and say, whoa, that's a lot of money. Absolutely. You got. So it ain't the amount of money. It's the amount of understanding what I'm going to do with this money. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, Steve, we have another question. And that question is there a penalty if you want to end the contract before the 18-month period?
No, the contract period is the contract period. You don't have to end it, though. You know why you don't have to end it? You're getting paid every week. All right, let me show y'all what I mean. I wouldn't have to worry about ending the contract. And you can't end the contract. No, not here. Not in this. Because your money is sitting in the hands of BD Swift, who's actually trading your money. But here you go. Let's look at this. Let's go to this Aphrodite. Oh, shit, I went to one. Y'all see this?
Yes.
From August, compound, withdrawal, compound, withdrawal. Y'all see that? I can actually, my next reward is 103.75 on November the 16th. Right now, I'm already up at $74.10. Every day, amount get added to this amount. And when it shows up on the 16th, it will be 103.75. When that happened, I will now see a button here that say withdrawal or compound. I can do whatever I want. Absolutely. and I can withdraw enough. Watch this. This is an Aphrodite. This is a $5,000 certificate. And let's see how much I would withdraw, what I withdraw. 118.57, 118.57, 148. So right there, that's about 236. This right here is about 54. So that's so that's 54. So that's 370 something. Another 160 is about 430, 530, 650, 720. Watch this. 720 plus 170 is about 200 on the 7, 900, about $1,120 that I withdraw so far or compound. That means I could take out right now. I took out actually majority of this 1,000. Watch this, 1,000 and about $20. Let's just round it off, minimize it at 1,000.
And Steve, I love the fact that they give you options. As I mentioned to you all earlier, my mom had a CD at a traditional brick and mortar bank, and she had to wait until the 5 years was up, until that maturity date was reached before she could get any of her money.
Yeah.
Here they give you an option and they're paying you portions every single week. Like Steve said, you can withdraw it, compound it, but it's up to you. You are in control. And guess what? When you do hit that button to do a withdrawal, you get your money instantly. It is instantly put into your wallet. Do you have to wait days and weeks for your money? No.
Come on now. You gotta wait.
Not.
Is it 40, 28, 24 to 48 hours that you gotta wait for your money?
Ooh.
Is it up to 14 days before you get your money? No. Instantly, baby. Instantly. It shows right up. Watch this. I'm gonna give y'all another caveat to what you got already. So if I decide I want to exchange it because it give it to me in a stable coin, so $1,226 in G Euro. Watch this. That's G Euro. That's Euro. Euro is more than US dollars. When I exchange the 1,226, they give me $1,234.
My goodness.
I see that.
You're getting more. Wow.
Some of you been asking for the double. Some of you be saying, I need the double. I need the double. A double what? Double whatever you ask for, a double. Here you go. Here go your double.
Absolutely.
Here go your opportunity. Don't let fear plague you and stop you from having. Now, I'm not trying to play on nobody's heartstrings. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Don't want you to do nothing that you don't want to do. Listen, reality is, I can say this about mostly everybody on here. And for everybody that's not on here that don't have it, this is going to reward us, whether anybody else do anything else or not. I'm going to gain this every single week, and I'm going to get that quarterly return every single quarterly. I can withdraw or keep it in. It's going to happen whether you, or anybody else do anything.
Steve, we have two more questions. The next question is, at the end of the contract, the 18 months, what happens? Do you get the 5K or whatever contract, do you get that back, whatever that amount is? And can you withdraw or compound through the 18 months? So
let me help me understand again. So this is the, let me go to the certificate. This is actually Apollo, but let me see if I can open another window to open that up. Help me understand. Let me talk about the first portion of that question. The first one was, say it again.
So the first part to that question is at the end. Okay, so they wanted to know at the end of the 18 months what happens. But the second part of that is
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Latanya. Let me stick with the first part.
okay.
Let's talk about this again. I won't do the five. I'll do the 5,000 Apollo. This is a $10,000 certificate. Let's do this. So, when do I gain this? Two vehicles here. This is $10,000. I end up starting with 5,000 for the price, 5,000 for the max load. When I max loaded, the 18 months begin. And because I loaded it, it gives me a what reward of 4.15%
Weekly reward.
that I can do what with it?
You can compound that, but you can withdraw it. So you have options with what you do with that interest that's paid out to you every single week.
So I can withdraw this every week.
Every week.
Do I got to wait till the 18 months is over with?
No.
Y'all hear that? Let's do the math on the 5,000. So I'm getting a 4.15% fixed rate on a fixed price amount.
Yes.
Look at what this look like. So 5,000 times 4.15% equals 207.5. When am I gaining this? When is this?
Every week.
For how many weeks?
For 78 weeks.
Everybody understand this. I'm not getting this every week that I can't withdraw or attach. I just showed y'all. Here it go. I can withdraw this. And you see this right here? I withdraw $474 every week.
Yes, every week.
See this right here? This is the reward. 207.50 on the 17th of November. When that button show up, I can take that money straight out. I don't have to wait till the 18 months.
Don't have to wait, guys.
I can take it. And watch this. Go ahead, LaTanya.
No, I was saying, just reiterating that is every week. You do not have to wait till the end of the term. I love that. Because guess what? You're not going to do that. You won't be given that option at a traditional brick and mortar bank to take or get portions of your money. That's not going to happen. But guess what? Here it happens. You don't have to wait. Every week you're getting paid.
That's right. Guess what else every week? Let's look at this certificate. This certificate costs $10,000, but let's look at this, at what I'm going to gain weekly on just the price. Again, there's two vehicles here, but we only going to talk about one. We're only going to talk about the first weekly vehicle. There's a weekly vehicle and a monthly vehicle. What does that weekly vehicle look like? Well, I'm glad you asked. And at the end of that 78 weeks, I would have withdrawn on half of the money on 5,000 out of the 10, $16,000. Now, this is called predictable income. I can really package this up, put a projection on it, take it to a bank and say, I need a loan. Because the bank gonna look at one thing. They're gonna say, if I give you $10,000, how much we're gonna charge 17, 24, 12, 10, whatever percent they charge. Let's go high. Let's say a traditional bank will give me a loan at 24% on $10,000. Watch this. I want y'all to see this because this is a predictable amount. It's predictable. So the bank give me $10,000. They tell me the interest on that loan is 24% over the next 2 years. So now I got to pay back the 10,000 plus the 2,400. So how much is that in total? 10 plus 10 plus 24 is, let's do the math. 10,000 plus 2,400, which is the interest within that 2 years. Normally it's a 24-month loan. You might get a 1-year loan, whatever. Let's say 24 months. Watch this. At the end of the 24 months, they're going to want their 10,000 back plus additional $2,400 in 24 months. Can I show you this? On half of the money on 5,000, you're getting a fixed rate of 4.15%.
Yes.
That's going to generate you 200.5%. I mean, $207.50 every single week for how many weeks? 78. How many weeks are 78? How many weeks? How many months is 78 weeks?
18.
18 months.
Absolutely.
This is a 24-month loan that's going to charge me 12.4. Let's round it up. Let's round it up. Let's say they might charge some fees. Okay, so let's go back. Here you go. Plus $100. I'm sorry, I didn't mess this thing all up now. Watch this. Plus $100. Plus the 12.4 equal. So what happened? Plus $100 with fees or whatever is it. So that I had to give back on that $10,000, $12,500 at the end of that 24 months. Well, during that 24 months, I had withdrawn already because I'm getting paid $207.50 for the next 78 weeks. I would have with not at the end of the 18 months. That's how much I would have withdrawn out, or I could leave it in there and take it all out at the end of the 18 months. But I would have gained on half of the money, half of the $10,000, $16,185. Now, how much I got to pay back? 12.5. Y'all follow me? Anybody stuck? Anybody need me to help them? Understand? Here you go. Because I know I'm talking fast. And I know I'm moving fast, but 16,185 is what I will gain in the total 78 weeks that I would have that certificate on just the first weekly vehicle, or half of my money. And if I subtract 12,500 of what the loan costs with a little bit of interest for the fees, I will still have $3,685.
Still winning. Oh
A bank will give me a loan all day long. Actually, I ain't just telling y'all. I'm a firm believer that you always use OPM, somebody else's money.
Yes.
Other people's money. I promise you, the wealthy never use their money. It's crazy because Elon Musk, a couple of years ago, he was the richest man in the world. He battled back and forth with Jeff Bezos, and he was the richest man in the world. And they said he went to take a $60 million loan out. Warren Buffett said, if I can find a way to get 200 million, I'll go take it and buy a whole condominium, of however many units I can get for it. And if I can find a way to get a loan on 200 million. Why? He said, because they said, well, why would you go do that, Warren Buffett? He said, because I'll shorten the dollar.
Ooh.
Keep my money, but I'll use somebody else's money. I'll shorten the dollar. He said, I'll get the interest rate for this year. I'll take the loan. I'll wait until some equity build up in the product. I'll draw all that out. I'll never leave equity in the asset, because if anything happened to the asset, I lose the asset and the equity. I'll draw it all out. And as that loan is being paid back by the tenants in that building, I shorten the dollar and I never use my money. That's what the wealthy do. I had an opportunity to sit with a group of young, rich individuals in San Diego. These guys was wealthy, and I learned a lot of things. But in order for me to get in their circle, I had to pay a lot of money. My partner and I, we paid some money to go sit with them, to learn some of the things they learned, to learn how money was, how they wasn't paying taxes on the large amounts of money that they was earning at the time. And I'm gonna tell you this: they use other people's money. They never use their money. Never. I had a banker tell me this. My first retail clothing store, I was taking my money and I was spending and buying everything. He said, Steve, what is wrong with you? I said, man, I hate older people. He said, you got the wrong mindset. He said, the $100,000 you got in the bank, you can go get $1 million loans. They give you 10 times the amount. You're blowing your money up that can help leverage to get you more. Why would you do that? Anyway, let me stop. Let me slow down because y'all got me in another space. All right. So bottom line, you can go, it's predictable income. And you can go and take that predictable income. I'm sharing that to say, you guys, you got a unique opportunity that exists that's in your hand. Don't let money stop you. Because listen, wait, watch this. Money will come and go. Opportunities just pass on to the next person.
Absolutely.
Again, I ain't trying to get you, want you, beg you to do nothing you don't want to do. All right, I'm shutting up, LaTanya. Y'all shut me up. I'm putting my mouth.
All right, so
I'll answer questions, but
all right, so thank you for answering that, Steve. Okay, so the next part of that question. Okay, they said, do you get the 5K or whatever amount the contract, you get that back?
yes. So within that weekly return, you will have gained your 10,000 back. If the certificate is a $10,000 certificate and you got five, so on half of that 10,000, just remember, this is how you get that back, times 4.15% every week. For the next 78 weeks, you would have got your initial money back within that money. So you're not waiting at the end to get your 5,000 back or 10,000 back. You're getting it every week. And when it calculate up at a certain amount of weeks, you will have it all back. 10 weeks will give you 2,000. 20 weeks will give you 4,000. So you're talking about, 100 weeks. That's 2 years almost. So not even 152 weeks, you would have had your money, your initial investment back, paid out every week if you take it every week. So yeah, this is not you. They take your money and they give it back to you. They give it back to you during the duration of the 18 months. They don't wait and give it back to you at the end. No, you get it during the duration. It's part of the fixed rate. That's why it's the fixed rate, you guys. That's part of why it's the fixed rate on the weekly vehicle. They're saying, hey, we don't want to hold your money for 18 months and then give you a percentage on it every week that you can withdraw. No, we want to give your money back with the percentage, the reward that we're going to give you every week. So it's kind of like how and what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And there was another part of that question, right?
And can you withdraw and compound through the 18 months? And you did cover that as well.
Yeah, I'm not for sure if I'm hearing it, but yes, you can compound that amount, that weekly vehicle every month. Remember, the second vehicle is a quarterly withdrawal. So every month you get that average variable rate of 6%. That is automatically compounded for you inside of the compounding vehicle calculator. It's compounded for you, and that is a quarterly withdrawal. Now, if you take out quarterly a certain amount every 3 months, whatever you take out, just remember, you're now getting that average reward of 6% on the amount that you're left with. If you leave it in the compounding calculator or the eighth wonder of the world, the caveat here is to leave it in the term of the compounding vehicle, because in 18 months, it would have paid you more than what you would have if you would withdraw. If you guys are looking to withdraw, get it. Listen to hear what I'm saying. Leave your money, take your withdrawals out of the weekly calculator, out of the weekly vehicle. Take your withdrawals from the weekly, and therefore your other half of your money is still generating you. Y'all follow me? You got two other vehicles that's working for you. You have a weekly reward that you can withdraw every single week, or you can compound it. You have a verbal monthly reward that you can withdraw quarterly. Leave the quarterly alone. Leave the monthly average of 6% alone, because just on the weekly, you'll gain 150% on your money. I'm sorry, you'll gain 50% on your. So this costs $10,000, right? For this certificate at the 4.15% on the price, I would end up with $16,000 that I would have withdrawn over the next 18 months. And that will pay me back my initial 10,000 plus additional 6,000. And I still got this vehicle that's working for me that I have not touched.
You can't beat it.
Now, of course, you can do whatever you want. There's no right, wrong way. I'm just telling you some of the things that I see, because I know that, on some aspects that, somebody put up 10,000 in a traditional bank, you're going to wait till that end of that term of that certificate of deposit before you get that money back, period. And if you put it in a savings account or higher earning money market account, as soon as you pull that money out, that interest stop. So here they're telling you, we're going to give you a fixed rate that you can start withdrawing every week to get your initial investment back within a year. So every week for 52 weeks, you'll have everything you put in back if you withdraw it. The compounding vehicle, the second vehicle, it will still be earning you.
Still making money. Your money's still making money.
Still making money. Y'all ever heard saying babies making babies? My baby's making me babies.
Yes. Someone said, get multiple contracts and withdraw from one and compound the other one.
You got it. That's the key. That's a good way to see it too. For sure.
Absolutely. Are there any other questions? And we appreciate all of the questions. So thank you. They are great questions that you all are asking. So again, we don't want you to leave here still having questions. And this call is being recorded. So you can definitely go back and watch the replay if you need to. Watch it as many times as you need to, just to make sure that you're absorbing this information. Any other questions? I know someone asked, let's see, another question is, when you withdraw your money, does it go directly into your bank account? Great question.
It is, but no, this is not dealing with fiat currency. This is dealing with cryptocurrency. So in order to participate, we got to take your US dollars, your cash, and we got to convert it into crypto and move it into the certificate, because the certificate is only bought with cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Cryptocurrency. So when I go ahead to exchange, and I hit exchange now, you got to have Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's Tron, USDT, USD. Anyway, you got to have cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, or Tron, or Binance US.
Absolutely.
So this is the only way you can buy these certificates. Okay. If I click here, it'll say you please exchange 1,000 BUSD for this metaverse certificate.
Need crypto. Yes. Great question. Any other questions? Does anyone have any other questions? You're very welcome. That is what we are here for. Definitely here to assist and just share information. And that's what it's all about. Again, we want to see people just showing you other alternatives of what you can do with your money and how to save, make, and grow your money non-traditionally, right? Because we're familiar with those traditional ways, but those traditional ways that we're tapping into with our brick and mortar banks and these other institutions, they're not paying us anything. But guess what? They're making a lot of money off our money. So this gives you a non-traditional way.
Yeah.
So we definitely appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate you showing up and hearing more information. And as always, if you have any questions or need any assistance, we are always here. We are always here to help. And that's what we do. We are here to serve.
That's right.
All right. I don't see any other questions in the chat. You're so very welcome. I see you, Ty. Hey, hey.
Sorry, you guys. I know I kind of like went in, but anyway.
So, Steve, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you, appreciate your time, sharing your knowledge. So again, we can't thank you enough.
Awesome. Yep, I appreciate you guys. Thanks to you and Kimberly for actually hosting this and putting this together. You guys are the bomb.com. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, if y'all on here, these young ladies are phenomenal in helping you move from good to great. Help you get in a great position. So we appreciate them. Most definitely thank y'all for all that y'all doing. And everyone that's on here tonight, I want to thank you for taking the time out to really get the understanding. Listen, whether you do this or not, of course, we would love to help you and put yourself in a better position. But the reality is, if you don't now, that's cool. I think you will. I think that because you're going to realize it. And I think too that the information of understanding where the world is and what's happening is very key. Yeah, we can't keep being the last ones.
Absolutely.
That can't happen. That's why we keep missing it. And if it's because of money, if money is an issue, then let's solve that problem. We got a vehicle there too with GS Partners to help you get that out the way too.
Absolutely.
Shoot. I know a gentleman that had nothing. He went out, he shared it with a couple of people. Next thing you know, he was just running his mouth. He had $33 that he borrowed from somebody to get his referral link. He got his referral link, started sharing it with people. Next thing you know, they shared it with somebody, they shared it with somebody else, and they shared it with somebody that went bananas. And then he had two other people he shared it with, and one of them actually shared it, and they said, "Man, I see the value in me doing this myself. I don't need, man, I need this." Yes. And I'm just gonna tell you, he ended up making his first month. He had all these type of rank, but he made over $20,000. Started with zero. But listen, watch this. OPM. Other people's money.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I tell you, and he ain't do it on purpose, intentionally. Right. He did it because he didn't have it.
Happened organically.
Now having it ain't his problem any longer.
Absolutely.
That's the phenomenal part. But anyway, listen, I appreciate y'all again. Listen, we got that promotion going on, y'all. If you haven't heard, you want to know more, of course, we will make time for y'all to know more, but take advantage of it. You can't go wrong here. Y'all hear the fixed rate, 4.15% on the price of the certificate will generate about 300%. It will reward you 300%. Now, it will give you additional 100% on your total money. But that's the key. Hey, so I appreciate it. Thanks again, LaTanya. Thank you, Miss Kimberly Jackson. Y'all are phenomenal.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, beautiful people. You all have a great night. And again, if you have any questions, you know where to find us. Bye, guys.